A lot of new movies being made. Don't miss out on any of them. Get some advice here.
These are great movies!
The popcorn's hot, and so are the movies.
Was it a flop or a hit?
Live from Victorville, California, it's Tim Heidecker's On Cinema at the Cinema, where we talk movies and provide expert advice.
Hey everybody, it's Tim Heidecker back with another episode of On Cinema at the Cinema. I'm joined by my guest, my co-host, Gregg Turkington, and
Head of
also
the Victorville Film Center.
Also, I'm joined by Axiom, who's been sticking by my side basically 24/7. As you know, he's my rock, and since last week I've had a few relapses with the issues I was going through, and it was decided upon me and the group that I need, like a baby would, I need constant supervision and to be looked after, and Axiom's here to basically make sure that I stay out of trouble, and that means that I've got to have him, because he's my rock, I got to have you 24/7. So he's basically, we are locked like this.
You could have had him 23:57. Leave the 10 minutes to shoot this program without his involvement, since he doesn't really have any
let's not stir the
knowledge
honey
of
pot there.
movies.
I think we should thank you for being here for me.
Hey, whenever you want, man. Always here for you.
So we're the whole Nortel glam scene from West Hollywood's out here supporting us. I mean, the bands come out here, and you guys are. What do you think of the Victorville scene? Huh?
It's cool. I like it. It's a good place. I mean, it's good because I can, be really focused on what we're doing, There's not so much going on, but, at least it keeps us really focused on the
We're
car.
constantly writing music, and your sister's out here now. She just came into town, and we're getting to spend some time with her, Juliana, and we're enjoying this desert heat. I mean, it's honestly been a pretty good way to detox. You get that dry air, that warm water coming out of the tap.
Why don't you guys come and check out some of the movies we've been programming here at the theater night after night? I haven't seen you guys here once.
If you're in the Victorville area, come on down here. When we're done shooting here, every day there's a screening that he's got going on. And
7 p.m. every night, $5, and we've got specials on concessions as well. And if you mention this show, we've got a thing where you get a free couple of these little mini cookies that we're doing called creature cookies, in honor of the old creature from the Black Lagoon. And they're just miniature cookies, but if you mention the show, you get a couple of them for free.
yeah, and I'm already talking to you and to some people around town about making this sort of a place for us to have some shows. We're looking at, well, yeah, because you have the theater setting, sound system and everything, and all we have to do is build a little stage up front here, and we'd be able to put on shows.
No, because then the people sitting in the front seats aren't going to be able to see the screen if you have some big stage in front.
No, it'll be, there's a way to do it. I think it's a mixed-use style facility, and it could be the Victorville Film
It's
Center
too big.
/ entertainment
it's
complex.
too big of a room for you guys. There's a lot of little bars in Victorville.
Well, we can feel that. Like, a lot of people are writing. I mean, I see
People
that.
come in from, we could get a Vegas crowd, we can also get an LA crowd, and the Victorville home team.
Movie theaters are built for movie sound, Dolby, THX, and all that kind of thing.
Well, we'd want to redo the
band.
sound. You probably want to come in here and mess around with how we can get the sound great in here.
The sound is great here already, but it's not great for rock music. It's great for movies, and that's what the place was built
I
for.
don't know, like.
I think Mondays, Tuesdays, we'll probably do start doing a concert series. We'll do a residency.
Wow, what time?
It'll be 10 o'clock.
I have movies at 7 o'clock, and if the movie's 2.5 hours, it's not going to be time for people to get cleared out completely and before you guys come in. So I'd rather you don't do it on movie nights.
You can start at 6:30 for once, like, I don't know.
No, because I've been establishing on this show, and just from flyering and talking to people around town, that you can always count on a movie at 7 o'clock. It's always going to be a different movie. It's always going to be a
but just show
popcorn
movies
classic.
that are only 2 hours long. Then you take it to 9 o'clock. There's plenty of time for people to come back in. And probably a lot of people that are coming to see the movie are going to stick around and see the car anyways. Let's talk about that later. We have to talk about movies today. First one up, coming out, is Ben-Hur, directed by Timur Bekmambetovic. Bekmambetov. What is that?
Bekmambetov.
Timur
Beck Mama.
Bekmambetov.
Is that German?
It's Russian.
Russian.
Beck Mambetov, yeah.
Casted by Jack Houston, Nazanin
Bunyadi.
Nazanin Bonyadi, and
Eilert Zurer.
falsely accused Jewish nobleman survives years of slavery to take vengeance on his Roman. We all know what Ben-Hur is about. It's a remake.
He doesn't know what it's about.
Well, believe me, this is some of the great movies. This is almost like the original Ben-Hur. Same story with Charles Heston. And we loved Ben-Hur then, and we love it now. I give it 5 bags of popcorn. Get the Imodium out of my car.
Yeah, okay.
It's in my jacket.
Come back after the show's done taping. Yeah, Ben-Hur from 1959 was classic. I think they've improved upon it this time because in that movie, you didn't have access to some of the technology. Some of the sets were a little cornball, quite frankly. They didn't have the pacing down of a good action movie that you do now. And so I think they took the modern pacing of action, put it into a classic story like Ben-Hur, and I think you end up with a movie that may win as many Oscars as the original Ben-Hur did. And that one actually won 14 Oscars back in 1959. And I predict this will win 15.
All right.
5 bags of popcorn and a miniature chariot, because a chariot race, of course, is the classic finale to Ben-Hur.
All right. Kubo and the Kubo and the
did you
5 bags. We have to take a break.
No, just review the movie. It's
Okay. All right. Wait. Chill.
just come back when we're done, or you guys can meet up the street somewhere.
All right. Kuba and the Two Strings, directed by Travis Knight. Rooney Mara, Matthew McConaughey, Charlize Theron. Kuba lives a quiet life in a small village until a spirit from the past reignites an old vendetta. In order to survive, he must locate a magical In order to survive, he must locate a magical suit of armor worn by his late father, a legendary samurai warrior. Show the clip. Oh, shit.
This is it's an animated, this is the summer of animation, quite frankly. We've had a lot of animated features this year, and there's more to come. This one is pretty cool. It takes place in Japan. It's got a historical angle to it, though it does have elements of fantasy. You know, I like these characters. I didn't like them as much as, say, the baby carrots from last week, if you remember when we reviewed Sausage Party. But I still think the movie has something to say, and it's very beautifully animated. And I would give it 5 bags of popcorn and 5 little packets of soy sauce, because those go good with sushi. And I don't know.
Sorry. That's very close.
Do you wash your hands?
Yeah.
So now it's time for another great On Cinema, On Location segment. But this is a special edition of On Cinema, On Location. It's not about a movie, it's about a theater. A theater that's a dream of mine that's finally come to fruition. Of course, we're talking about the Victorville Film Center, where we're filming right now. And this is kind of a behind-the-scenes segment looking at the inner workings of Victorville's newest and best movie theater.
Your Pedialyte or anything like that? Gatorade? Go ahead. This is interesting.
Victorville,
California. Every street has a story, and these are but just a few on Cinema, On Location.
This is where the magic happens. Magic happens. This is the Victorville Film Center. This is our projection booth. This is an original 35 millimeter film projector. It is not currently operational. When we took over this theater, we found that this thing had, the wiring had been eaten by rats. We could have spent several $1,000s to get it repaired, or we could put that money into buying another 10,000 VHS movies to bolster the already incredible Victorville Film Archive, and purchase this. It's a VHS film projection system. If you go down there and actually look at what we're doing, you'll see that it looks as good as any 35mm film, if not better. I'm going to show you an example right now of what it looks like using one of my all-time favorites and a lot of the viewers, Decker versus Dracula, which incidentally you can purchase online. You hit play on this, and there it is on the big screen, Decker versus Dracula as it was meant to be seen. And now let's go talk to our popcorn jockey, Mark, down in the concession stand. So this is sort of the nerve center of any movie theater, the place where the popcorn popping happens. And this is Mark, who you may have seen on cinema playing W.C. Fields in the great Golden Age comedy segment.
I'm W.C. Fields.
It's nice to have you back here working with us here at the Victorville Film Center.
Thank you for hiring me.
And what's your all-time favorite movie to sit back and have a tub of popcorn and watch, whether here at the Victorville Film Center or at home on your home system?
What's the one with Sandra Bullock and it's like the mailbox?
The Net. The Net. What's your favorite thing about working at the movie theater? Is it the free popcorn, the free movies?
I love working here. I mean, the drive does kill me, especially when you just need me for like a half-hour shift. Or
That was an emergency.
to fill in for Alex, who always calls in. But I wish I could get more hours, and but I also like still being a part of the entertainment industry because I get to work here, and it's good exposure for me.
A lot of productions have moved to Victorville in recent years. To wrap the segment up, can you share with our viewers at home your recipe for the perfect home bucket of popcorn?
Don't know. I'll be honest, I don't eat popcorn at home.
When you're watching a movie, though.
No, I'll have pretzels or... I mean, these machines people don't have at home.
But how do you get the movie taste at home?
I told you, I just follow the instructions on the machine.
All right, back to Tim.
All right, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time at the movies.
Did you like the segment?
Yes.
Don't say it next time at the movies because that's from the Siskel and Ebert shows.
I almost had an accident.
No, it's a bigger accident if you're using somebody else's.
Residual effects to the detox.
And what I'm saying is if you say Siskel and Ebert's, you can't use.
Copyright words.
Well, I mean, you can't go ahead and completely
I'm sorry, I
remake
have to go.
Gone with the Wind, word for word remake of Gone with the Wind, and say you can't copyright words. If you do that, you're gonna find yourself in a lot of trouble.